Hello there, I'm Eric Renault and this is a video for tipsquirrel.com, the website for everything Photoshop, Lightroom, Adobe Camera Raw and Photoshop Elements. In this video I'll be using Smart Objects and the Liquify tool to keep text editable even though we're adding a whole range of effects. Let's jump into Photoshop and see how we get on. So here we go, we're in Photoshop and I've got a bit of text. All it is the word fire in impact, and I'm going to add some effects to that in just a while, but first I want to make this into a smart object. Now there's two ways I can do this. I can right click here on the layer and then from there I can choose convert to smart object, or I can come up to filter and say convert for smart filters. Either way it's going to be the same when I do it from convert for smart filters. However, I do get this dialog box, and of course I can say don't show me this again should I wish. I'm going to click OK. So there we go, we've got a smart object, and now let's start adding some effects. So I'm going to double click on it and then just do a very quick gradient overlay. Maybe use the one that's built in, change that a little bit, that'll do. And then we'll also maybe have a inner glow. Maybe let's do an inner glow and a bit of red. I'm picking the red off the original text there. Click OK and bring that up, and I may have to put that into multiply because it's a darker color. There we go, all looking good. That'll do me fine. OK, so there you go, we can see that we've got our effects on our smart object and they are inner glow and gradient overlay. Now let's go to filter and then Liquify. Now until Photoshop CC you couldn't run Liquify on a smart object, so that's a good upgrade for us. So in we go into Liquify, and you'll notice that it drops off all those effects and we're left with the red text. That's okay, they will be reapplied once we're finished in here. I'm going to push the pixels around, so forward warp, make the brush nice and big. I'm using the right square bracket for that, and I'm just going to push them up like this. Okay, make it a bit smaller perhaps, and just push these up and then nice and small to get some of these more little bits. I'm not going to take too long on this, but you get the general idea. And then let's maybe twirl it around, again quite big, and twirl it. Now you can see we're going clockwise there. If I press Alt or Option on a Mac, and we'll go anti-clockwise. There we go. Okay, I'm happy with that. Let's click OK. And sure enough, there we have it. So now we've got the smart object, and then it's going from the bottom to the top. So it's going to apply the Liquify, then it's going to apply gradient overlay, and then the inner glow. But that means because it's a smart object, in theory we should be able to change the text. You're absolutely right, we can. Let's double click it, and yes, we want to change it, and there we have the word fire. Double click it, type hot, click the tick to accept those changes, and then close it. It will ask if I want to save it. Yes I do, as a PSB you'll notice. Yes I do. And sure enough it changes the text on our document here, and again that is fully editable. So we could go back into the Liquify should we wish, and we could change that. I'm not going to, but we could. We can also change the blending options, so I can come in here and I can reduce the opacity of the Liquify. Look at that. And I could change the blending modes as well if I wanted to. There we go, it's great fun and it's fully editable. Liquify text and keep it editable in Photoshop CC. I'm Eric Renault. Thank you very much for joining me. I'll see you next time. Bye bye for now.